Show. My name is Sienna. I'm joined here with Greg and Landon Sims. Just wrapped up game 1, week 0 of college football, and so we're just going to break down some of the highlights for you guys. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Greg, if you want to.
First guest, Landon Sims here. This is a brand new thing. We're trying some streaming and see if you guys can come in and have some questions. Hopefully you guys have some for Landon, but just want to start off with, you had 10 rushes, 59 yards, averaging just under 6 yards a carry. What was it like getting back out there week 0? And give us kind of some of your thoughts on the game.
We were just ready to hit people. Honestly, offense. We've done practicing like a professional this whole week now, just trying to keep everyone safe. But I think it's about time. We had some good hard contacts, run downhill, some good thuds today. So I was really eager for that. I know we all were. As for Shager, you know, was up tonight. Great guy on and off the field. And he really rallied us at that halftime and pulled us together for that second half to come out firing.
Yeah, I mean, what was the message at halftime? Was Shager vocal in there? Was it Coach Chang? Maybe kind of just walk us through what the message was, and then obviously you guys came out and put on a better performance in the second half.
Yeah, I think biggest difference from last year to this year was just how vocal of a leader Shager's become. Last year he wasn't really the guy to fire people up, but he came into that locker room with a different kind of energy that I'd seen. And he really just rallied the guys, honestly, without any coaches in there, without anybody prompting to do so. He really just told us to win our one-on-ones. We're overthinking everything, to just settle down, play like it's practice, do everything hard. But like I said, win your one-on-one, and I think that paid off pretty well.
Yeah, and I mean, there were multiple times where Delaware State kind of kept themselves around. You guys would score, then they'd score. What was the moment in the game that you're like, all right, let's turn it on, like, let's go. We can't let them beat us.
It was the halftime, and I think honestly, that really fired us up. It was a wake-up call. These guys, we didn't know what to expect, but I think we definitely started off slow, and I think that was our biggest problem, and I think that's something we need to fix for future games. But like I said, that speech really fired me up, and I know it fired some other guys up. So we came out firing, and like I said, you saw the result. That second half, we really played to our level instead of theirs.
Yeah, can you deliver a message for us to tell Braden to slide, or can you practice like a slide for him? Because I love it. It gets me fired up when he's charging, trucking people into the end zone.
It's great. That's what the people want, Greg. That's what the people want.
Let's effing go. I love it. Tom Brady. I'm screaming. I also want him to be healthy.
Yes.
So maybe tell him to work on his slide a little bit.
I will relay the message. I know his mom is out there praying for him every down because she hates that as well. But no, that's my job entirely, is just to protect that kid. He's a hell of an athlete and a professional athlete, and so that's really my role that I take on personally. That's my brother to my left, to my right, and any hits he takes, I take that on me. So when he takes off running and I'm not there to protect him, I'm like, but just slide.
Yeah, get down. You're not exactly Mike Vick. The guy can run with the ball, but he's
Shaker wheels.
Yeah, Shaker wheels.
I'm used to
Shaker ball, not Shaker wheels.
Yeah.
But, another quick question. What's it like when you see a guy like Tylan Hines come out and get a big special teams play, punt return, and just hype the sideline up? How special is he? What's your guys' relationship like a little bit, and tell us what it feels like on the sideline when you see that happen to get you guys juice back in the game?
I will say this. I think I'm the hardest worker in the room 99% of the time. That 1% is Tylan Hines. That kid outworks everybody in the weight room, on the field work, film work, everything. He is dialed in. He's dialed like a pro, and I think it really pays off with special teams. That return totally flipped the energy of the field. Everyone's fired up after that. And I think that was just one of those huge momentum shifts in the game that we really needed at that point.
Yeah, I mean, I wanted to ask you too about, you have a new running back coach, Anthony Arsenault. What's it like working with him? When he came in, what's your chemistry like, I guess?
Oh boy, Coach Ars,
loaded question, huh?
Yeah, no pressure.
No.
Hey, he's only watching
I don't know if
right
anybody's watching this right now, so I'm sure he won't catch this, so be honest.
I absolutely love the guy. He's been an incredible addition. I didn't know him personally when he came in, but I didn't know what to expect. But he's been an incredible leader, an incredible role model for me, both on and off the field. He's a very religious man, very, very family-oriented man, and he shows me how to live the good life.
TV almost went down in the back there right now.
We are expecting a tropical storm
for the viewers.
No, he's been an incredible addition to the staff. Couldn't ask for anything more for him, and it's definitely a different kind of feeling when you have a coach that motivates you in that way to do better on the field and perform. Because he's got a family to take care of, he's got a job to hold down. And any positives that I can put out there, it's because of him. And it looks good on him. So everything, all my success this year, I can give to him.
Awesome. I guess before we let you go, and if there's not any questions, if you see any questions for Landon, all right, none. But thanks, guys, for watching. What was the message like at the end of the game? And then it's on to UCLA now. We're putting Delaware State behind us. It wasn't the prettiest win. We got it done. We won by 3 touchdowns at the end of the game, so a win's a win. But what was Coach speaking? What was the emphasis going on and looking at UCLA? I'm sure it's hard not to look forward to a game like that and look past a Delaware State. I'm guilty of it myself, but how are you guys going to use this as motivation and spring you guys forward into the UCLA game? Yeah,
this is definitely one of those games that's a wake-up call. I think we had an ego check tonight, and that was definitely, it's going to be our motivation coming into this week. Last year with Air Force, we had a hardcore week because of the opponent, and UCLA is the standard this week. These are some heavy hitters, so I have no doubt that Coach is going to do the best, the hardest work to prepare us and get us ready for this game, especially after the performance tonight.
Awesome. I don't know, do we have anything else, guys, or can we let Landon go celebrate here?
Yeah, we should let him go celebrate with his team. And your family, they're always here on the sidelines, so that's very important.
Yeah,
so.
tell your dad, ask him who wins in golf when we play.
Oh.
It's not me. It's not me. It's not me. Yeah, no, he's good. No, he's good. You can take your dad to golf?
No.
No, okay.
I'm still trying to break 100.
I would like the golf highlights. We need to get those next
Golf
time.
highlights, yeah.
There was a reason I wasn't invited to the Royal Hawaiian excursion.
Oh. God. All right, Landon. Well, we'll let you get out of here, man.
Thank
Appreciate
you so
you coming
much.
and taking some time with us.
It was nice having you. Thank you so much. Congratulations.
Yeah, we'll take this. All right, buddy. Thank you. Appreciate it, guys.
But yeah, it was great having Landon here, giving us some context as to what was going on the sidelines. But we have more highlights and more to talk about with you guys. We will be right back. This stream is brought to you by Hawaiian Financial Credit Union.
Behind the scenes magic. There was 3 chairs here. Now there's 2. Just like the viewers we have.
Yeah. Thank you to the 2 of you watching. We really appreciate it. So yeah, it was great talking to Landon. Yeah. Now we have to get to the overall game. Give me some thoughts. What were you thinking?
Landon's not here, right?
No, he's long gone.
No, you know what? Like I said, we won by 21 points. At the end of the day, a win's a win. It wasn't the prettiest thing to witness. I think we all were kind of shaking our heads a little bit. And 14-14 with Delaware State, they just got here less than 24 hours ago. Yeah. Maybe they had a practice here, maybe they didn't. I think there's a lot of things we can improve on. I think we were probably trying to not show too much. I think we were trying to play really basic football.
Yeah.
I did think the defense played really well. I think that special teams was a bright spot.
Yeah.
Shout out to our punter. I'm gonna let me get the name here because I gotta know his name. My guy was crushing it with the punts. I will catch it sooner or later. But downed it twice within the 5-yard line, I think, which is just huge.
Yeah.
It flipped the field. Special teams is a third of the game, so for him to do that, plus a punt return. Anytime you do that in a game, you give your child a chance to win. So I definitely think there were some bright spots, but I definitely think the offense was a little too up and down for our liking. I was hoping for a nice big 50-point performance.
Yeah, I think a lot of people in Vegas, especially, they wanted that 50-point performance.
Yeah, I think we all did. Yeah, so that was the I would say the not so good part, but. There's definitely some bright things to look at. I think Tylen Hines, witnessing what he was able to do on that punt return, and that's the guy that we've seen. That's who we thought he was going to be and who he's going to be. With his shiftiness and the speed and the vision, I think we got to incorporate him somehow, whether it's a screen pass on offense. You can see how dangerous he is with the ball in his hands. He can work a little bit on fielding some of those punts, but I know it was extremely windy today.
Yeah, windy, rainy, all night long.
Difficult.
Yeah, it was tough conditions. But I mean, speaking of just special teams overall, we kind of talked on the sidelines, and that was the one point that we really wanted to talk about, the fact that the special teams had such a great performance. And like, what do you think about the special teams almost being like the MVP of the game?
Yeah, which you know,
it happens.
I'm an offensive guy.
Right.
This is an offensive-minded team where we're doing the run and shoot here. So when I start thinking about special teams being the bright spot, I think it's not such a bright spot for the overall performance when we're talking about that. If our punter is the star of the game, I mean, he obviously wasn't. There were some really great performances on the defensive side of the ball and offensive side of the ball. We've already kind of discussed those a little bit. But you don't want to be talking about the punter necessarily having such a major impact on the game. Although he did a phenomenal job kicking into the wind, downing the punts. Coverage was great and able to execute on those plays. But yeah, you don't want to be, I guess what I'm trying to say is you don't want to be talking about special teams being the bright spot of this. I was hoping to talk about the offense a little bit more.
Right. So let's talk about the offense. So let's talk about the offense. We have some highlights for you guys. I'm not sure what you want to pop up first.
Yeah, well, we're going to go through some of this stuff for you. We're going to have a couple highlights here to kind of talk about and discuss, break down a little bit.
He was saying. Guys, we're going to take a quick pause. Working through some technical difficulties. Bear with us.
And we're back. And we're back.
Okay, we're back. So you were talking about Tamatoa.
Tamatoa.
Yes.
Had a nice touchdown. That was another thing they talked about, Ursua talked to me about, was him having a solid camp. He talked about a number of guys having a really good camp and can make an impact on the offensive side of the ball. What I was a little bit, I don't say concerned or worried, but you know, rotating a lot of receivers. I know myself as a receiver, when I was playing, it was the starting 4 wide receivers, and someone's gonna have to cut my leg off for me to come out of the game. I'm not coming out. I'm staying in the game. I'm gonna make an impact on it. I think for some continuity and chemistry, it's good to have a starting 4.
Yes.
I understand they're rotating a lot of players right now. I think we saw that. I think that was something I was a little surprised by. I know we have depth. I know we have a lot of guys that we like, but you really want to develop that chemistry with 4 guys.
Right.
You know, I see Pofele, sometimes he comes off the field a little bit. I see Jonas getting worked off the field. I see Koali comes on in and out of the game. So I think for chemistry standpoint, it's important for Braden to, you know, in the NFL, the starting quarterback works with the starting receivers only, and that's what you're getting out of it. You know, you're not really necessarily rotating 2s and 3s into there unless someone's injured, right? So
but that almost poses the question that, like, maybe it makes it tough for like a UCLA if they're watching film from this week. They're ready for Tamatoa. They're ready for, you know, a bunch of guys, and they might get a big Pinoke week next week. You know, so
what?
In college, it might be a little different. I don't know. You tell me.
Coach I mean, he could be playing chess while I'm playing checkers over here. So it's totally possible. Yeah, exactly. I'm not the smartest man. I don't claim to be. That's not who I am. I'm a gecko sticky hands guy. So it could very well be that, you know, not wanting to show a lot. We got a big game coming up here against UCLA. I think that's the focus now, and we're moving on past Delaware State. But yeah, for me, when we played these teams and what we've done in the past, and I know things change and it's not always the same, you really look to have those 4 key spots solidified, especially the slots. A lot of it works through there, and you can see already Ashlock had one of the best performances at the receiver position. I think he had around 89 yards.
Yeah.
Wait, we can find out right now. Hold on one second, guys. I'll tell you what Ashlock
Find
did.
you the exact number.
Yeah, here we go. Pofele, 9 targets, 5 receptions, 81 yards, 33 yards
go.
yak. I did think he did a good job of run after catch when he did have those opportunities.
Yeah, and I mean, so now flipping to the defensive side of the ball, we talked a little bit about this as well, that they did their jobs pretty much throughout the entire game. It was kind of tough here and there. Delaware State would come back every now and then, but overall, what do you think their performance was like?
Yeah, again, I thought they did really well, and what I expect us to do against an FCS team like Delaware State was to be able to kind of dominate, especially in the trenches. I think that's somewhere where sometimes we are undersized against bigger opponents. I think now it was flipped where we're the bigger opponent and we can push them around, and I think we saw that. I didn't know their quarterback was so mobile that I didn't have the scouting report, so I understand it's kind of difficult to game plan such a mobile quarterback, but luckily for us, he wasn't very good at pushing the ball down the field. There was a lot of short dink and dunk stuff, and him using his legs and athleticism.
Right.
So from that standpoint, I think DT. Shout out to Coach DT. He was a defensive coordinator when I was on the Jets. Did a hell of a job, I think, as this is his showing for game 1. I think we see a defense that's flying around. They're aggressive. At a certain point, it looked like there might be some unnecessary roughness calls with them going on. But for the most part, I thought they did a good job. Now they're going to play a more conventional offense next week. And actually, I don't even know what UCLA's quarterback is or if he's a dual threat or not. So I'll check the scouting report out after that. But I thought the defense played well. 14 points. That's all you can ask for.
Yeah, I mean, Delaware State didn't have the high-flying offense that like you mentioned, kind of a dink and dunk offense. So it'll be a big test next week to see what they can do. But like you said, you know DT the way most people don't. So I mean, what's he like in the locker room?
Oh, I mean, he's a player's coach. He always was. He connects to his players. He puts them in positions to play. I don't think he's just going to run a certain defense because it's his defense. I think he's going to utilize the personnel he has. I know he can scheme things up. I know he can definitely send some pressure. I know they like to do that. It'll be kind of dictated in how much the corners can handle and the safeties. And I think we have a good group of guys. I saw a couple really great pass breakups of guys breaking on the ball, and I think that's the kind of thing he was an All-American safety. He played in the NFL himself, right? He's a secondary guy, so I think he's going to elevate that secondary. I think he's going to be huge for Cam Stone. I think he's going to, for all those young guys who are up and coming, this is a guy you're going to listen to. He's done it. He's been a defensive coordinator at NFL at a high level, performed well with which Jets defenses that were ranked number 1 at the time, with Rex Ryan. So he's a hell of a football coach. He's a communicator. He's a connector. I expect him to continue to dial things in, and he's someone who can really scheme up for an opponent.
Yeah, I mean, there's been multiple coaching changes throughout the offseason, and from what we're hearing, just chirping, talking to guys around, sounds like it's going pretty well. So we'll see how the rest of the season goes. But if we have any more highlights we'd like to show you guys as we get ready for next week.
Yeah, I mean, I'd love to talk about the Tylen Hines. I'd love to just look at that, and the viewers can see up to 45 viewers now, or 23? Okay, 23. We got 23 people here. Hey, send in a question.
Yes,
if you
we would love to
us.
hear from you guys.
Cienna, say, Cienna, what do you think about this? Okay, here we go right here. I mean, this was absolutely electric right here. Look at this. Great vision, but look at the change of direction right here. And then the speed to get around the corner. The blocking downfield is great.
I mean, the blocking is great. Everyone did their assignment.
Yeah, and then if you didn't, I think Tylen can make you look like you did.
Exactly.
So, I mean, that was absolutely electric. I was screaming like a little girl right there. I think we just went up 14 at that point. And I thought we were well on our way to
I think
a steamrolling, but we didn't end up with the high-flying stuff. But I mean, these are just guys staying with their blocks, getting downfield. Like I said, this is the Tylen Hines I expected last year. I was hoping for him, but I think there's a way that they got to work him into the game plan a little bit more and let him touch the ball at least 5 times a game. I think later in the game they ended up giving him a little reverse and seeing it looked like he had some moves. He got around. I think there was a penalty called on the play, but he's a guy you want touching the ball. Yeah, he's a big weapon, and if they utilize him correctly and other teams don't expect it, it's going to be hard to stop. Yeah, I mean, I'm a fan of packages, of getting guys just something to get the ball going, get the ball rolling. I think that was something we could have done a little bit better, a couple quicker completions. I know they started off trying to do some of that in the beginning of the game. There were some drops. They had some wide open passes. I can see the concepts. It's all coming back to me. I can see the deep. I don't want to give the play up, but the play they were running, they worked. They went back to it a couple times, and it almost got picked at the end of the game because that it was so successful, but the guys started to sit on it. But those are the types of plays that the run and shoots you're able to do, and we had some chunk plays, and you can see them taking advantage of them throughout the game.
And I think this game's perfect to just kind of try things out. You know, I mean, or maybe not. I think not.
Or you don't try anything out, right? And you want to just get to UCLA.
Definitely.
And that's kind of what I'm banking on and hoping for that they did in this game, because, like I said, I don't think they were trying to do too much. They had some really good shots downfield. It was really windy for those real deep balls.
That did impact a lot.
But I was also happy to see Shager drive the ball. The guy he has an arm, so he was able to cut through the wind and get some balls downfield, and hopefully we see them connect on some of those bigger plays.
Yeah, I mean, do we have any other questions or?
Oh, Shager, right?
Let's show off to hit the wheels.
Yeah, let's watch some of these games here, or some of these Shager
Delaware
wheels.
State side.
This is a
Shager, there's another draw play.
Designed run here all the way.
There it is.
Like I told Landon, I don't want him taking those shots at the end there.
Yeah.
Sienna, that looks like it hurts.
No. I mean, you tell me. You're a football player here.
But this is a design run all the way. Like the receivers are running downfield. He's taking one step. Obviously, they saw something, so a hell of a play call.
Right.
But I don't want him doing that anymore. I mean, God, he got the crowd into it, and that was obviously a huge play.
Yeah.
A huge moment in the game to get us up a touchdown score right there. But you don't want your quarterback. That's why I told Landon.
I know. Especially this week.
We need to take those shots.
Yeah.
But I guess that's the kind of competitor Shager is. You know, he's putting his body on the line, and that's all you can ask for out of your quarterback. I think that's gonna get everybody else going, right?
Yeah.
I think that's what
it kind of just trickles down to everybody, and it showed tonight. I mean, the energy was great out here.
Yeah, a great atmosphere. I thought for Delaware State. I think I don't know what the exact. It looked like a packed house though, so I don't know if it's quite a sellout, but
maybe close. But next week, talk about sellouts.
Next week should be a sellout.
Yeah, that'll
if you're
be
not
fun.
here, you need to get here. Buy your tickets. Go to HawaiiAthletics.com. Check that out, and let's make sure that we pack the house for UCLA and the boys here.
Okay, so it looks like
Looks like the comments are off.
It looks like the comments are off. So now, if anyone wants to comment, go ahead and put one in really quick before we log off. Anything. It doesn't have to be about the game.
Could be, hey, nice background.
Yeah. I think it's pretty nice. I mean, I do feel a little bit of rain on us, but
That's a tad bit. That's a tad bit. But if it looks like we're wrapping up. I don't know how long that was. How long did we go for, guys? Is that 24 minutes?
Oh.
Wow. Longer than I went by fast.
Yeah, no, that went by really fast. That was great.
My mom didn't comment, so
My mom didn't either.
I'm upset.
So,
I don't know if comments are on or off. We don't know if they're working yet. We're
trying. Trial and error.
Trial and error.
And next week we will be back, and we're going to do it all over again. We'll be at the game. Greg and I will have a lot to talk about, and we expect comments, guys.
Yeah, we want comments. Ask us about anything. What my favorite Pokemon is.
What is your favorite Pokemon?
I don't know. Mewtwo? Blastoise?
Doesn't watch Pokemon, guys.
I do. I know all
Cancel
150. I know them all. Okay, Blastoise. I'll say Blastoise was my favorite.
Oh, we got more viewers.
I started off with Squirtle.
We're getting more viewers now that we're talking about Pokemon.
Maybe we should turn this into a semi-Pokemon show.
I think people would like that.
I mean, yeah, it would be okay.
But I appreciate you guys joining, and this is brought to you by Hawaiian Financial Federal Credit Union. For Greg, I'm Sienna. Thank you, and have a great night.
Appreciate you guys. Tune in next week.